What's up, Redken Pro Team? Welcome to the Redken YouTube. Today I'm going to be teaching you this gorgeous blonding look using the new Blonde IQ 9+. Look at all this magical hair. I am so excited. So tell me what you're thinking you want to do today.
Probably brighten it up a bit.
Right, especially the underneath. It's
the
very
underneath
dark.
Has never been dyed.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
They've
such a
only
different color from your base. That's interesting.
done partials on my hair.
Okay, ever?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because nobody wants to do it?
Yeah.
I got you. I do. I want to.
And I don't like how it's like kind of a crazy line.
Okay, so a little more dimensional at the top so it grows out nicely, but making the ends a lot blonder than they are now. How does that sound?
I love it.
Perfect. Can't wait to brush this out.
Woohoo!
Okay, let's get into it. We are going to do a dimensional air touch on the interior and something more compact on the top and on the sides for maximum brightness in the places that it matters, leaving some dimension here and really brightening up the ends. We have this underneath section here, very simple. And then we have a top Mohawk section about 3 inches wide, right where she parts her hair. And then we have these thick sections that fully cover the ear on either side of her head. Gorgeous. All right, divas, let's get into the setup. Pretty simple today. I'm gonna be using the new Blonde IQ 9+. It's the smartest way to blonde. If you guys haven't gotten your hands on this yet, you have to try it. This is my favorite high-performing lightener. It doesn't swell. The texture is amazing and delicious, like a Greek yogurt, okay? Its ability to lift is just like, it's amazing. I love it. I'm obsessed. You have to use it. I'm gonna use it with 20 volume. I'm gonna do a 1:2 ratio here. Since we're doing these long sections, I want it to be a little bit looser so that I can get through her hair, hopefully a little faster today. I'm gonna be using my carbon fiber foiling board, long foils, and this nifty little cordless blow dryer. Look at that. I'm really leveling up, guys. All right, let's get started with the application. So we are gonna start in the back. I'm gonna go straight across her nape. I'm gonna comb my section first, make sure that there's no tangling. Then I'm gonna go in with my blow dryer, holding it at the base. And then for this section specifically, because it is framing the nape, I'm gonna hold this section up and I'm gonna weave I'm gonna add a little bit of blonde to the dropout on this one so that it pops a little bit more when she puts her hair in a ponytail. Placing my board underneath, grabbing that dropout hair, pushing. Just feather the lightener up. You don't have to bring it all the way up to the top. Make sure she's nice and saturated. Ooh, this is gonna lift so good. Fold my foil up. Take my top section. I'm gonna get that whole thing in there. Feather at the base. Saturate all the way through the hair. Again, you don't necessarily have to go all the way up to the scalp. Fold once, pushing on the sides, never through the middle. Fold again, pushing on the sides. Fold those sides in. If you haven't tried folding with your board, you should, because it makes your foils really clean, it increases your speed, and most importantly, it makes you look cool. I'm gonna do that same thing on this section next to her ear, as well as this section next to her ear. This way we can ensure when she pulls her hair up, she has a really nice, impactful blonde frame. All right, now that I have my nice little neck frame for our ponytail, we're gonna move into a more dimensional approach. I'm gonna take thicker sections than I do on a standard air touch because we're gonna do a little bit of an air touch balayage in here. Let me show you. It depends on the density of your client's hair. You know, if it's thicker, you're gonna have to do thinner sections. And this is about a little more than a 1/2 inch thick. So combing my section, holding at the mids. And now I'm gonna leave this dropout for that dimension, and then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do a little bit of a thicker weave to create pops of color, and then drop that all the way down so that there is some dimension through the ends. So this is what our weave size looks like. Placing the board underneath, grabbing the hair and pushing. Take your lightener, feather upwards, not focusing on going all the way to the root so it has that natural blend. Fold and close in the sides. Okay, what I'm gonna do for this whole big section is I'm gonna work horizontal, which is gonna provide the most blonde and the most impact when you work that way. So I'm gonna work this way, and then I'm gonna come around and keep working around the head in a circular motion all the way around, like so. So I'm gonna speed that up for you guys so you don't get bored. It's gonna probably take about 45 minutes, but pay attention, okay? So as I'm working up the head, I started dividing it into 3 because obviously the sections are getting really wide. And I find that working like this, it makes the processing more even as opposed to doing one side and then doing the next. I really like working side to side in this motion. It's also very therapeutic. So dividing it into 3 sections, and we're just gonna continue doing that all the way up her head. All right, guys, we finished up the underneath section. Beautiful, gorgeous, take a look. Now that we're moving into the Mohawk, we're gonna go a little bit blonder. So I'm still gonna take about the same size section, a little bit smaller maybe, but on top here, we wanna see a little bit more brightness. So I am gonna stop weaving here on the top and just do straight air touch slices. So going in with my first foil, combing the hair, making sure it's tangle free, holding it up. It's got a nice dropout. It's my lucky day. Taking my board, and now I'm gonna go straight in. Applying to the roots here. She does have some patchiness from some old inconsistent highlights. So working with that, I'm gonna pull some of my lightener through here. I'm gonna leave this middle area here. And then I'm gonna place a foil here to protect that part that's already super blonde. And then I'm gonna bring these ends up and I'm gonna lighten these because her ends do need a little boost. I'm not gonna overly saturate them. They just need a little boost. And if I have to lighten them more after this, then we will. Folding that up. And then again, same thing, about a 1/2 inch. Going in. Getting our nice dropout. Make sure you're not putting too much tension on the board. Don't pull so hard. Loosen up just a little bit, or else you'll end up giving yourself bleeders, especially in those Mohawk sections. And on the Mohawk, I definitely am trying to get a little closer to the scalp than I did on the underneath where we were doing that more dimensional area. I'm gonna lightly dust through this middle part. Don't want to oversaturate that. And then give these ends a nice boost. All right, guys, I'm gonna continue doing that all the way up through this Mohawk section. And then I'll walk you back through it, and then we'll move on to the face frame, my favorite part. All right, guys, before we do the face frame, this underneath section is done. I like to pull foils when they're done because I don't want it to process past a level 9.5. I still want some of that yellow in there because I don't want it to be overly white or overly ashy. So what I'm doing is I'm running the lightener through to boost those little areas where I didn't place the lightener to make sure everything's even. But then I'm going in with a towel and I'm wiping the base to make sure that we're not gonna get any bleeders. All of these braids that you see, say hi to Cordy. He braided all of the dropout to make sure that it's not touching any of the blonde pieces. It's gonna make it easier for us and it's gonna look really cool. We'll show you guys. Okay guys, we have made it to the face frame. Look at this lovely, gorgeous lift. And when I tell you she didn't lose a single hair, beautiful. We always love that. So around the face, you have a couple of options. You can customize it the way that you would like. If you foil like this, that's how you're gonna get the most blonde impact around the face. However, sometimes when you foil like that and they pull their hair back, they get a harsh line of demarcation, especially with the grow out. If it's somebody that only wears their hair down and likes to be very blonde, I like to do it that way, but since she said she does wear her hair up, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna go at a diagonal forward like so. And for around her face in these sections, I'm gonna take my sections a lot thinner than I did in the back sections. I'm also holding my section closer to the head. That way I'm having less dropout. If you hold the hair farther down, you're gonna get more dropout. Closer, you're gonna get less. And the closer you hold, the less dropout you have, which makes it the most blonde. So going in with a straight air touch slice. Same lightener, I'm switching to a 1-to-1 though, because I'm doing thinner sections. I need the foil to stick a little bit better. So 1-to-1 at the top, and then I have a 1-to-2 ratio that I'm gonna pull through on the ends. Just like that. Same thing, nice thin section. Hold it close. Get my little mini dropout there. Use my 1-to-1 at the top for stick. Following with my 1-to-2 on the ends here for a little boost. The 1-to-2 is also a little bit less powerful. We don't need that much of a boost up on the ends. I'm gonna continue this pattern all the way up this section, and then I'll come back to you when I do this front piece. All right, team, we finished this side. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this side now. All right, guys, we have made it to our final section, the money piece section, and we are gonna do a little baby money piece. Still something bold, but not too thick. This is definitely a money piece technique that you could use in like all of your highlighting. So you can apply this to other applications that you use at home. So I'm gonna hold the hair. This is how thick my section is. Take a look. Comb, blow dry section down. And then I'm gonna hold this one even closer and blow dry down these little baby hairs to give us a little bit of a buffer so that it is not too harsh. Take that top section. And get these ones nice and tight, close to the scalp. And then behind that, I'm gonna take another little rounded section, nice and thin. And I'm gonna do the same thing without blow drying the mini pieces down. Let me show you what I mean. Blow dry. We're not gonna blow dry down those little pieces. We're just gonna take these back to back. We're not going all the way to the scalp like we did on those last ones. We're leaving a little bit of space there for some diffusion behind those scalp foils. And then on this very last one here, I'm gonna stay even further away from the scalp to create a nice gradient on that money piece. There, that completes our drama. And for the rest of these foils, I'm gonna do the thinner slices just like I did by her ears, back to back. I'll probably do about 3 of those and we will be done. All right guys, we finished all the foils. I always like to place some cotton underneath just to move the foils away from the body heat so that those don't overprocess, and it also makes it more comfortable for the client. Isn't that nice?
So nice.
Yeah, she likes it. All right, we are gonna let her process for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then we'll get her all rinsed out and we'll come back for toning. So this is her with no toner. Can you even believe it? We are gonna tone her with half 10 WG and half crystal clear. And I just want to warm it up just a touch. I'm going to mix that 10 WG and clear with the processing solution. We're going to apply it all over on dry hair and let it process for 20 minutes and we will be done. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to section out the front and I'm going to tone that last because I love the raw lift. It needs the least amount of time with that toning. But with Shades EQ, it's gonna seal everything in and it's gonna make her hair so soft and so glossy. It's gonna add a little bit more color to this. So first, I'm just gonna section out the front. Really simple application, starting from the bottom. Always give your bottle a little squeeze before you shake it, okay? Applying from top to bottom. I'm gonna apply this straight on, working it in with my hands, massaging through to make sure that we're getting all of the highlights. And we're just gonna work it all the way through the hair, leaving out those front sections. We're gonna process the back for 20, and we're gonna throw the front in on the last 5 minutes. We rinsed out her toner and it looks absolutely stunning. Now I'm gonna go in and shampoo and condition her with the acidic bonding concentrate shampoo and conditioner just to repair any bonds that might have been broken in the process. And now conditioner. Okay, next we're gonna do the acidic bonding concentrate leave-in treatment. Love this, girl. Intense hydration. Really helps me with the brush out as well. I'm just gonna do a little bit. And now we're gonna go in with the Spray Smooth. This is gonna be a heat protectant, a smoother, and it's gonna help me get this brushed out. It's also gonna give me a really silky finish on her hair without weighing it down because she does have fine hair. All right, we're gonna get this brushed through and then we'll get to blow drying and we'll be able to show you guys the final results. All right, we did some cutie waves. I'm gonna finish it with the dry texture spray. Give it a little grit, a little movement. This is our completed look. Let me know what you think in the comments. Absolutely gorgeous. If you try this technique, please tag me and be sure to try the new Blonde IQ 9+ Lightener from Redken because obviously it's fire.